Okay, let's take a look at 3-point perspective. Get rid of these roly-poly pencils in the back. 3-point perspective, let's take a look. It says you got 3 different vantage points, left, right, and below. So, as you can see, this is more kind of like a above eye level, almost like a bird's eye view. That's what they're saying right there. That's a really basic thing to practice here with the shape. See where the cube is? Right in the middle. And it's all going to that vanishing point, and then straight down to that one in the middle. So it says the vanishing point, VP, is the place in a perspective drawing where parallel lines appear to meet. The position of the vanishing point depends on the viewer's eye level. Sometimes a low viewpoint can give your drawing added drama. You see this in movies a lot. So let's give it a shot. You know, shots from above and below. Below, like makes things seem big and looming, oppressive. So let's do this here. 1, 2, and then down here. Okay. Real light, real light. Actually, I'm going to make a new one. Right here, I'll be the bottom vanishing point there. Okay, erase that real quick. Okay. In the middle, I'm going to do a line. That'll be the middle of our castle. Right there. Okay. And as you can see, alright, let's do the cube. Alright. So already you can see a little bit of the top and on the sides there. Now let's bring this in. Same over here, measure it using kind of an eye measure it. Bring it down there. Alright. Now here, this is where it gets a little tricky. Connect this to that and it's going to cross over. And cross over. So this should be kind of a diamond right up here. Alright, get that? Practice that a little bit. Okay, so I'm going to do a bigger version so I have more room. Now, it's not going to be perfect, never perfect, but I'm going to give it my best shot. Here we go. Follow along step by step if you can. I'm going to eyeball it. Alright, and I'm going to go, this is why I do this exercise in my book from drawing a straight line from point to point. Because it's good to be able to do that, or at least straight enough from point to point, so you don't have to rely on a ruler every single time. And let's see here. So I'm going to eyeball it here. I'm going to put the third point on the bottom. Okay, easy enough. Alright, I'm going to draw a line going from here. So we got a cross here. Kind of like how I do my my faces when I draw my you know, my human faces here on my stick figures. Okay, so let's see here. What they're going to have us do is going to go down here. Nope, doesn't go all the way down. This down to this point. Bring it in a little bit more here. So we got an upside down triangle. Okay, real sketchy there, it's okay. So here they have the, since we're checking it out from the top, We got that there, and I'm eyeballing it using the finger method. Alright, it's kind of slanted. Now, next thing we're going to do, we're going to draw the top of this thing. So this is going to go right here. Same over here. Okay. Good enough. Good enough. So now we want to get this angle in this corner right here. And it's going to go to this vanishing point to the right. Alright. Now with the ruler this would look tons better. But again, it's just the fundamental, the concept I want you to get down. That's a little slanty, but I'm going to let it go. Same thing over here. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Now, alright. Gets a little bit tricksy here, but let's do this. Alright, that's the top of that. Of the castle. I think that's, what is that, a turret? I don't know, I might be wrong on that. And then do the same thing on this side here. Okay. Now, what we can do is drop that down right here, and drop that down right here. Okay. And what do we have here? We got the top of this. Goes to this vanishing point. This building here. And see where these connect here? Right here. This goes straight down. Okay, that's a little bit of a slant. I'm looking through the camera. And do the same on the other side over here. This is where drafting comes into play. Any drafting experience you can get or have, it definitely comes into play here. So here, I'm going to do the same thing here. I'm going to bring this line from this corner to the left vanishing point. There's something scraping underneath it. Okay. So right there I'm adjusting a little bit, but not too much. Okay, see what's going on there? And then same thing. Here's the middle of that. Alright, right here. About right here is where these meet. I'm going to bring this down. And it's going to go to the bottom vanishing point here. Okay. And then right here, they have, I'm just looking at the book here, so, a little doorway. Alright. It goes from there. This is a very shortened version of that. Same on the other side. Got a little doorway here. Alright. Now it's slanted going this way. Alright. But even the edge of the door goes down to this vanishing point. That's why you keep everything real light. Alright. And then right up here, again, that's going to that vanishing point. That's going to that vanishing point. And you have the top of this here. I'm just going to do two. These battlements, I think that's what they're called, battlements. Just because it's such a small part. Really, I still drew this too small. Needed a whole sheet of paper. But ah well. You get the point. Okay, so this, I'm going to bring this wall down a little bit more. About right here. Let's go into that vanishing point to the right. And do the same. Sorry, my lighting's getting all weird. On the other side here. And you have more battlements right here. Again, I'm going to simplify it. Maybe just do 2. Because again, it's about the concept, not necessarily accuracy. But I'll try to make it consistent on the other side. Okay. And right here, got some battlements right here to put in. Diamond right here. Alright, see how it's coming together? And this goes down like that. And it's such small details, doesn't have to be exact. And we'll put some windows and see at the bottom here they have these coming out. I don't know what the name for these would be, but I'm gonna have to, let's see here. Make it consistent all around. And of course these corners go to a vanishing point to the right. Same with this one right over here. Okay, and then I could put in some windows, some more battlements, and some windows here, some slits for the windows, portals or whatever. And I can do some light brick work there in spots. And so I'm going to finish this up. I'm going to wrap this up on my own. Erase some of the lines and just try to finalize the lines here. I think I got enough of the important things. I got to do the tops of these here. Again, it's going to be kind of a mush right there, but again, it's the fundamentals to practice just with, you know, eyeballing it and using vanishing points. Thanks for watching. Practice some of the parts on your own, especially the beginning parts. Point to point, trying to draw a straight line from point to point, upside down triangle. You know, just get used to doing that if you're a beginner. Again, it's not perfect. That's not too straight there, but you get the idea. Alright, so this is what I came out with. Now this in the book, they have it kind of straight, but it could go either way. I could have these come out a little bit more to make it consistent with that. But there we go. Again, it's third person, or three-point perspective here. The only thing here, I'm looking at this now, these didn't quite go down the way I wanted them to. So really, it's off. As you can tell in the middle. Or I could expand this out and say, okay, there's the vanishing point's further down that way. But that kind of gets things screwed up with the one behind it. See, widen the top of it out like that. So I made a boo-boo. And this would have to be a little bit wider up there. But you get the point. Yeah. So these would have been further in. It would have been a tighter castle. So there you go. Mess around with that. Again, it's not perfect, but it's the fundamentals are there. You get the idea. And I'll see you in the next video. I'll continue to go through this book. Yeah, there's some really good stuff. Some more techniques and castle There's like a Tower of London castle we can do, and gatehouse and drawbridge, all that fun stuff. Thanks for watching. 10 seconds a day.